Hey guys, welcome back to my craft room and back to another using up a 6x6. So this one I did was the Authentique A Magical Christmas. This is one that I saw in store. What was it? Was it 2020? I think it was. So I saw the large 12 by 12 and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty with all of the little images, postcards, stamps, whatever you want to kind of call them. They kind of resemble all of that. And it was so pretty. And I was like, no, I can't spend that much right now. You know, it's 2020. But anyway, so I did get the 6x6 version this year. I think it was on sale on Amazon, if I remember correctly. So, there are a few pieces that I ended up not using yet. I have some mats here for a envelope mini album, but I want to put that together with the Not a Creature Was Stirring, or is stirring? I think it's was stirring. I don't know, by Photoplay. If you guys watched the Mini Pocket Letter Monday, that's the collection we used for that. And I think this is going to go so well with some of those. So I went ahead and kept those out. But I did cut the mats so that way I could use the excess paper. I have a ton of these images left over. Oh my goodness. And I thought these might be really good to put on pocket letters and mini pocket letters. Just the size of them. So I have tons of those left. And I have green ones too. And I think that is all that I have left over. I did pull in Christmas plaids, the 6x6 that I got this year from Recollections. I pulled in some journaling cards. Some snowflakes. And then also some red cardstock. I think that's everything I pulled in. I only did cards and mini albums this time. I know sometimes I like to do some other different projects, but this one I felt like cards and photo albums all the way. So here is my little album. It's got the awesome vintage Christmas look to it. Got a little fireplace down there and this gorgeous plaid ribbon. Oh my gosh, it's been my favorite this year, this plaid ribbon. And then here is the back. This paper was my favorite. That's why I got the actual set, besides the cut-aparts, because, you know, cut-aparts are my... And then this one is my second favorite. It definitely doesn't feel like it should go with this set, but it's my favorite as well. So here we have our little vintagey Christmas. Looking around for a piece of scrap that I can... Well, here. I guess I'll use this little guy. So I have a little tuck spot here. I have a tuck spot here. Again, all of those beautiful, ornate, vintage images. Oh, and here I have this tuck spot open like that. This one's like a little postcard. It says greetings from Santa's workshop. And then this one is, it looks kind of like a blueprint in a way. And then over here, ooh, we've got that one. And then here's this one, open. And we have another open one here, and then we have another closed one right here. I think this page is my favorite. It's just so pretty. With that plaid. Oh, it goes so well. So that is my little mini envelope, or envelope mini album. And then my cards. Oh my goodness. So I felt like this 6x6 went really fast. I don't know why it felt like that. I guess maybe because I planned on more album pages. I don't know. Because I had the 2 extra album pages. It just felt like I didn't get as many cards as I normally do. Unless I'm just feeling like maybe it was my 12 by 12s that did that. Because it has been a little bit of a time. But I love this one with the inclusion of the 2. It's just got such a different vibe to it, and it is just gorgeous. So I have 2 of those. I have this one right here. It's got this gorgeous paper back here. Oh my gosh. It's that vintage color scheme house. Oh, stunning. And then I have my plaid ribbon there and a sentiment on a red cardstock star punched out. And then we have some different cutouts up there. And then I have the same for 3 of those. And then this one, I had a bunch of these leftover pieces as usual. When I make the album, I have, well, it's like 2 inches. Not even, I don't think. Oh no, it's like 2 and maybe 1/4. So I just went ahead and put all 3 of them together because they just, oh, it looked so good. And then I'd used those snowflakes from Michael's this year, the glitter snowflakes, and then I just used the cut-aparts. I love how those turned out. I have one different one because I ended up using some of those on the album. So 2 of them match. I also have this one. Used one of those journaling cards. I think this one is just so cool. I love the whole postage stamp and mailing letters to Santa. It's just a theme that I really love. So this card, it just gives me all of the holiday vibes for sure. And then the little town. So this is my scrappy card, although they're all pretty scrappy. But this one, for sure, we have all of those little pieces that were cut off. And then we have a piece here. And then we have a piece on top of that, a square piece. And then we have our cut apart. And then a journaling card to kind of hide all of the issues. Here is another one of those scrappy North Pole ones. It's like the North Pole map. Oh, so cute. Just added a little green down here and then some green on the side here with those cut apart images. Now these ones don't really match at all, but I had some of the reds left over in this beautiful plaid that was actually the back of this, I believe. And then I did the 2 journaling cards that didn't really quite fit this whole theme, but it just matched this card so cool. I loved it. And I love putting that, like, more of a ephemera piece in the back with that Christmas wish list, and then doing the sentiment on top. It just always looks so nice. So here I just had 2 red and white polka dots, and that came out really good. And then here, this one's really cute too. I think it's just all the plaid. And then of course this paper is just, oh my gosh, so pretty. With the farm, little barn, it's so cute. So we have 2 different pieces of plaid here that were scraps, and then I just put another piece of that scrap of lots of scraps. The scrap of the house here, and then I did a scrap of a different plaid, and then here we have the snowflake and the cut apart. The only cards that weren't scraps were these ones. I specifically wanted to make a few cards with those. So These are not scraps at all, but everything else was. I think they all turned out so good though. I love them. This one was definitely, it flew by so fast. I don't know, I feel like, I think we normally have 36 sheets in a 6x6, right? I know it varies a lot, but let me grab this. Oh, this one doesn't tell me. No. I don't, it felt so much faster for some strange reason. But every single card came out just so good. But I definitely felt like it needed the extra plaid paper. And it definitely needed the extra ephemera. Because these guys, as much as, like, they're so cool, they're not very good filler pieces. They're not good focal points beyond, like, putting 2 or 3 of them together. So, definitely, this is an add-on. It's not like a standalone on their own. But yeah, definitely adding the plaids helped. Journaling cards definitely helped. And then, of course, I'm going to have some leftovers for... I don't know if I'm going to put them in Christmas Stash Dash or if I'm going to just leave them on my desk throughout the Christmas crafting season. Technically all year round, but... the end of the year Christmas crafting session. Yeah. Specify, I guess. But I mean, I can't fault it, really. I think there's definitely paper pads that are more suited towards just crafting in one big session with just that kit or that 6x6. Like Echo Park comes to mind, and I think Photo Play does a few that are really good at that, and Ciao Bella, I feel like they have theirs that you can just sit down and use that whole kit or that whole pad and not have to worry about bringing in anything besides maybe cardstock. But this one, it definitely needs a little something extra. You need a little bit more to kind of make more, if that makes sense. But it is such a cute pad of paper overall. I mean, just looking at this scrappy card right here, you get a really good overview of all of those papers, and they are just stunning. And then, of course, you can only see the one side of them, so you can only imagine what the other side looks like. But definitely a gorgeous one. I feel like I might want to play with the 12x12 eventually, but for right now, I think that gave me that vintage kick that I wanted. That was just enough to quench my vintage crafting thirst. I think I have the other vintage, but it's not really vintage. It's like vintage storybook. I have that one, but it's different enough that I think that it's not going to interfere with that, you know. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have to show you, which is weird because I feel like sometimes I have over like 60 cards, and this one just, no. For some strange reason. Alrighty guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me while I showed you everything I made with A Magical Christmas by Authentique, with a few little extras sprinkled in there. I hope you are having a crazy day. Good crazy, not bad crazy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.